Hello guys and welcome to another episode. Yeah, it's been a while, but I've got something else. I want to talk through what have I learned in the first around 150 hours it's been in Satisfactory. Because when I first started, I was building factories and look, this would be the perfect size of a factory right there. Just this tiny little building, like compared to the factory. Space is just insane. And what if you're asking yourself why is everything so big or so many builds? It's well, blueprints. I started when the blueprints were introduced. That's when I started playing the game, or just a couple weeks before. So I tried to test it out. Make as bulky systems as possible. And you clearly can tell I'm not using alternative recipes, and that was one thing I messed up at the beginning. I mean, at the beginning it's not probably a big deal. I would recommend, I just went into a game completely blind. I was like, yeah, let's figure it out alone. So yeah, this appeared. I mean, at the beginning it was only that building, but then I quickly realized when I placed like a couple smelters and couple assemblers, I realized it's nowhere near going to fit in. So yeah, I made just a massive platform because I honestly didn't even know how big I need the area. That's why it looks so ugly. Yes. So yeah, look, that whole chunk, right? It's just screws, literally screws. I'm making like maybe 1,000, 2,600 screws here. So you can see here is everything's made into rods and then rods into screws because I'm not using, again, alternative recipes. Yeah, so that's one thing I messed up completely, I guess. There's my storage system that I'm not using. Okay, let's go quickly check out on power. It's nice to, I spent here 80 hours, yeah, 82 hours, 83 hours almost. And later, in a second, I'll also show you my new world, what I'm currently on, and you'll see what kind of a difference it is when you're using alternative recipes. I'm using the Satisfactory calculator, the interactive map. And everything just turns out, yeah, the lag's crazy. Whoa, that's why I also stopped playing on this world. I mean, I wonder why it lags, right? Right, let's go to see power. Now to power is over here. So we're quickly going to make our, because I have 3 stations here, but when I started it, it's not a end game kind of position to be in. That's why I stopped playing, and look, I had always ruined the blueprints and placed them again, and yeah, it was a mess. But yeah, it was a nice learning experience, I think. Hopefully, yeah, it's going to be entertaining for you. After a long hyper tube, we're slowly arriving. Now, that was also, again, without the interactive map, so I didn't even know where oil was, so I was just exploring, and then I found this nice area. Probably most of the veterans, or if you're new, you're probably going to learn this area, or, see it for yourself. It has 3 pure nodes, I believe, of oil. I'm using only 2. So yeah, again, nothing is alternative recipe. So that's plastic, that's fuel they are made, and that polymer from fuel is made into plastic and rubber over here. The fuel is being used to create power, which I have 2 layers. Because one of these lines can produce 400 fuel. 400 fuel is enough to power 33 generators, so that's what you see on one level, and then 33 on the other level. Wait, where is the power pole? Here is a power pole. Let's see how much energy I'm producing. Somewhere around over 9,000 power. Yeah. So that's what's producing here. Fuel and fuel, really nice. And plastic is being, turned into coupons. The same goes for rubber. So that's one thing done. Now I need to travel back the whole way to show you the other area, or 2 more areas on this world, and then I'll show you the other world. And you probably even realized as well that I don't have the next tier unlocked from the space elevator. It was just too much for me, so I just gave up. I didn't even. It was lag and everything. I stopped and made a new world. Look, even this is using the standard recipe. I mean, that hurts me when I look at it now. Yeah, it's just bad. mining over there, iron over there. See, that was the main base. Like, this is what I planned. Like, smelters, constructors, into items, and done, right? And then I realized, yeah, it's not going to be enough space. This is key number one. Don't box yourself into some space. Like, make sure you have enough space to build whatever you desire. Let's go a little flight to the north to get to this steel area. We'll see how I made steel beams at the beginning. And there we are, slowly making... See, again, this is just bulk from, what's it called? From the blueprint. Yeah, it's just a mess. I know. Listen, it was the first one. I don't judge too harshly. Right, so this is foundry. Again, using only standard recipe of iron and coal. Come on. So yeah, producing ton of ingots, and then these ingots, well, yeah, these are like two frames, two blueprints next to each other, and then them creating into a beam. I think that's beams, right? Beams and yeah, these are beams. That's where beams are made. I'm not making pipes, I think. I thought I did. Apparently we don't have pipes. So yeah, that's cool. The resources are just getting pulled into all around, like some are from the top, around iron, coal is at the bottom here, if you know this area. Playing around with trains a little bit, you know, see how that works, just experimenting with them. Yeah, delivering from trains here, the resources to make even more steel. Yeah, everything is just so inefficient, like literally every single thing is here so inefficient. So let's go. When I started first using alternative recipes. So we're here. So, this is the part where I started using the interactive map and realized, wait, in this area there are 3 pure iron veins, like here, here, and there. So and then I started using also alternative recipes with the refineries to make a massive iron production thingy. I don't know how much is produced, like 1,000, over 1,000 iron. That's huge for, you know, for a beginning. And that's when I started with alternatives. But then the damage has been already done. Like that's also alternative for concrete, wet concrete produced there. So yeah, it's just so much better. But the damage has been done already. If you know this area, probably it's above the waterfalls. So the damage has been already done to the world because me goofing around, I guess you can say that there. And then, yeah, I made something like this. It was really cool, making so much resources, but yeah, I just had to start all over again. Like, look, again, lag. Yeah, it's insane. What am I producing here? Oh, screws. Yeah, more screws, because I need more screws. And that was, again, before I knew alternative recipes. So this produces pipes, rods. It produces rods, and then behind here is probably producing screws, yeah, at the back, over here. So it's screws, and then here rods, like here. Yeah, no, still screws. Oh, it's also using alternative. Look at that. See me being smart at once. Yeah, but that's first world. Let's see what has been changed in past 80 hours. What I learned. So we are here already, and as you clearly see, I'm way further into phase 3 completed, and I'm only in 62 hours at the moment. Yeah, just knowing where stuff is, like if you remember it correctly, like these are the 3 pure veins, iron there, and over here, down there, and this is the water thing where I built last time. So it's literally the same spot. Look, but everything has been changed. So I'm producing copper because copper has at the back here a pure vein. So I'm producing pure sheets. Oh, pure sheets, copper sheets. I'm way further also using already at the beginning alternative recipes to, you know, get stuff done faster. Like this is for screws, iron, copper don't have anything for copper. I have producing engines over here. It's nothing big yet. This is my space elevator. This is my thingy. What's it called? Fuel over there instead. So it's on these islands, 2 pure veins, instead of over here, right? So it's because this one is way closer, and this steel production is still being made over there. However, again, it's way more efficient. We're going to go there. Made it, so it looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Now, so we have copper here. Yeah, so this is a, what's it called, production? Oh, this is iron actually. Yeah, this is iron for steel, and over there is copper to make circuit boards. I'm using circuit boards with copper sheets, alternative recipe. So much more efficient, right? Wet concrete is being also made here, pulling out of 2 veins up from the top, and steel is also made over here. Beautiful, and everything is just being transported to the main via train. Oh, it's not main. It's a starter base. All right, let's call it a starter base. So this is also using a alternative recipe with coal and iron ingots. It's a bit faster. And I'm planning up there north, over here. I'm making a super 1,800 steel ingots per minute should be made. We're using the coke alternative, coke coal or something like that is called. What is it called? Coke. Petroleum coke, that's it. So I want to make steel with that recipe. That's what I'm going to do over there. I'm probably in a separate video. If you want to see it, be sure to leave a comment or a like, whatever. Yeah, so this is all being transported over here, and also encased beams are made with that concrete also over here. Yeah, this is beautiful, right? I love it. This is like, but these are always only small projects. So I started at, basically, long story short, I started making stuff completely just bulky, massive. I didn't know how to get stuff optimized. Now I'm making stuff optimized, but on a way smaller scale, right? And I'm slowly getting into building it on larger scale, like I'm talking thousands of items per minute. But that's why I wanted to make a video now before, instead of later when I already have that done, right? Maybe I can make a video while I'm doing it and learning. Maybe it's going to be entertaining for you. Who knows, right? I don't know what you like. So, and we're almost there at a criterium vein. It's criterium? I think it's, yeah, it's called criterium, right? Oh, I'm not going to make it. Stupid jetpack. So there's one pure vein right on this rock next to the waterfall, and I'm using it to create copper wire and then using cables and quick wire, because criterium is better to produce wire, just more effective. It's rarer, that's true, but it's way more effective. And that's where I produce the amount of steel beams here. Need to steel pipes need to transport here. And here is where I create computers with look, alternative recipe. Wait, look. So I'm using rubber. I need to deliver some quick wire and circuit boards. That's why it's also built here. So I transport circuit boards and rubber from there. However, as I said, I'm going to make a really bulky system that probably everything is going to be made here. Probably literally everything is going to be made here, or most of the things on smaller scale, I guess. Right, so that's a lot of stuff being here. Let's go to the fuel thing. Well, I don't like this jetpack, to be honest. It's quite okay when it comes to building, but when it comes to exploring, this hover jetpack is already, yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm here also producing wet concrete a little bit for myself. So, you know, building. Yeah, let's make our way over there. Yeah, and this is my little power plant. It's a little, not really, I need to make it bigger. Use more oil into fuel and stuff, because I'm producing rubber here and plastic instead. So yeah, this is my little fuel generator. Okay, let's see. Clearly, I'm not focusing on power, only 4,000, so it's basically half what I'm producing on the overworld. Yeah, it's only using one vein to make fuel. The other vein is to make packaged fuel, or what's it called? Canned, and then, yeah, it's getting rid of it, I guess. It was for the jetpack, but yeah, I need to change it to make more fuel and then stack up with these. So this is just another fluid buff. Yeah, fuel, just making a ton of fuel. I need to change that into to make even more fuel from that fuel, and there's also one here, and just make a ton of fuel to get, yeah, you know, ton of generators, right, to power the ultimate big project that I'm my first ever big project. Yeah, sweet stuff to the end, right? So let me just make a 10-minute run to it. So here I am. It's not everything I showed you I remember now, because I have an aluminium plant. I didn't show you that yet. I don't know if I should. I don't know how long the video is, and I want to keep it interesting somewhat. So this is, I'm basically I have one oil well, just one, and I'm producing. There's 3 pure and 3 normal, or something like that, I believe. I can't even scan it, can I? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yeah. So, you see, 3 normal, 3 pure. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I'm pulling it all out and producing it into heavy oil residue, right? And then that heavy oil residue, I want to change. This is like a big project, because I'm using a full 1,340. Is it? Wait. Let me just quickly. So, wait. Oh wait, I didn't think about that. It will not run, will it? It doesn't have power. Yeah, it's kind of okay-ish. So this is, as I said, one of my biggest projects, because there's a lot of items being made. If we quickly, yeah, these are just placeholders for later processing. This is how much polymer is being produced here. So you have 5 conveyor belts. This is how it's been all made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that's how much they're producing at the moment. Polymer, resin polymer. And I want to change that into rubber. That's going to be like, I don't know. Do the maths quickly. Rubber, right? Rubber. Let's say rubber. So for rubber, I need 40 per minute. I have here 650 times 4, 2000. It's going to be 2,925 divided by 40 per minute, right? It's going to be 73 machines. Each of these machines, how much is it producing? Rubber. Each of these machines is producing 20 rubber. So 73 times 20, right? Yeah, that's 1,460 rubber per minute. It's going to be produced. See, it's not that big probably for a veteran player, but for me it's huge. And I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, because yeah, I don't know which alternative recipe is good, because for this alternative recipe at least I have to get a ton of refineries down. You know, if I compare to make bolts, like bolts, no, it's called screws. With this one, look how much I'm making with one constructor. Yeah, so I don't know if there's. That's why I'm using the map, interactive map, and I'll leave in the description for you if you don't know it. Probably most of you know it. Yeah, and that's how I get stuff done on this world. So it's over here, the well I am using, and there's some iron veins over here, some limestone veins as well. I'm here going to make steel. I'm going to pretty much make everything here, as well, at least what I'm hoping for. I have a lot of space. I wonder if I can cut these down. Can I cut these out? So I hope you enjoyed this video. There's something else on my channel, I guess, for these to know me already. Hope you. No, I can't. Really? It's going to be in a way then. Oh wait, I can. I can't this. Oh, you muppet. Okay. Thanks for watching. If you have any tips or something like that you want to let me know, be sure to leave it in the comments. I'll read everything. Don't worry. Oops, that's not what I wanted to press. And yeah, thank you so much for watching to the end, staying with me. be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Say if you want some more of this content, I'll be sure to, you know, post updates of me building this thing. Look, yeah, it's producing 6. It's not full because this thing transports 780, and I'm only producing 650. So you know, not quite full, but whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.